I have Ogbeide Benjamin, the former chairman, Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, Abuja, that's CITN. Welcome to you, sir, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
The Tax Week in Focus. Yeah. What should we really, take notes about this week?
We of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, Abuja, and this society, we are out to do tax advocacy, let people know what taxes to pay and how to pay and when to pay. We are stakeholders in the tax industry as our institute, which is Tax Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, is concerned. More of a yearly ritual in the Abuja and this society of CITN. We have what we call Tax Week. We had a tax walk 2 days ago, and the proper seminar yesterday is to let people get more awareness that tax is not what people should run from. We should embrace it because it has a lot of role to play in developmental policies in Nigeria.
Okay. If we take a look at this week, what should we really, what exactly are the issues for this week?
Yeah, our theme for the tax week that just ended yesterday was efficient tax administration as a panacea for increased revenue generation. We have seen over the years that revenue from petroleum has dwindled, if not completely down. And the only way to go for now is through taxation. And that's what we in CITN, actually Abuja and the society is pursuing. So we have some sub-teams.
I don't want us to go into that because I don't think that's why you're here, really. Yeah. We really want to take a look at the tax environment and all of that. If not, let's take a look at the tax environment in Nigeria and perhaps are practitioners really helping to solve that problem? Because when people talk about taxes, sometimes, well, tax is boring. They say you fear two things, the taxman and death. Do you understand? So what are even stakeholders doing to get that sorted? What are stakeholders also doing to make sure that perhaps the tax environment is a bit better than what we have right now? I know that the tax environment which we have right now is a bit better than what we had years ago. Yeah. But there's a room that is large enough, and it's called the improvement room. So you can speak on that.
Yeah, we, like you just said, we that are tax practitioners, because we have tax administrators, we have tax practitioners, and we in CITN, Tax Advocacy Nigeria, is just helping to see how we can make the environment friendly. And this is by advocacy. This is by telling people, because without enough information, people will keep on running away from tax. But if we and also the government let people know why they have to pay taxes and the advantages derived from paying taxes, and they see them physically, there will be compliance. You don't need to force anybody to comply. But where people feel that if I pay these taxes, they are eating up in certain quarters, or they don't get to where it should be, that's where you have tax avoidance and tax evasion. People who want to evade entirely, which is criminal, and some people want to avoid it by looking for loopholes, which also stakeholders who are practitioners help taxpayers to do. So our own is to let taxpayers know the importance of paying tax and make a better environment, a friendly environment, by telling government on improvement on environmental factors. Because if people are seeing what is happening by paying taxes through their taxes, then you don't even need to force them to comply. And then tax practitioners too are also encouraged to let their clients know exactly what to pay. There should not be hidden facts. So most of the time, we have cases of revenues that are coming up as source of revenue are hidden. And this can only be done by tax professionals. So we should also want to let tax professionals know that we that are in that tax practice should not help even our clients to defraud the country, so to say.
So do you have cases where by perhaps, practitioners also help Nigerians, to defraud the country as put by you? And I think that's a really serious issue.
Yeah, that is why I talked about tax avoidance. Tax avoidance is even acceptable in law because it's not criminal. So it's just about you using the loopholes in the tax laws to pay less. So it's not criminal. It's only when you avoid entirely. But what I'm saying here is that if we all embrace development and wanting Nigeria to move, and this way to move now is through taxes, then those of us that are in tax practice should encourage our clients, because our clients naturally don't want to pay taxes. And there's a difference between paying taxes and paying accurate tax. So if you don't pay accurate tax, that is tax avoidance. And if you don't pay at all, you run away, that's tax evasion. And these two things are running side by side. But the tax practitioners and the tax institute, which is taxation, are all out to see how we can make these things better.
Okay. What challenges do you think that perhaps taxpayers are currently facing, and perhaps what solutions the tax administrators should prefer to that?
Yeah. The taxpayers, you know, they are human beings, and human beings want to see what they are paying for, and that encourages them to pay. But a situation where taxpayers pay and they don't seem to see the results, there's a tendency that they want to decline or hide information, so they pay less. But our own stake here is to advise taxpayers that our major challenge is not to be how taxes are used. Let us pay first. And the other quarters, we ask those tax relevant authorities what they have done with the money. So our own is let us pay accurate taxes first. And what the taxes are used for will be another ball game. But we should not avoid paying taxes because we see that taxes are not being accounted for properly. Then we don't pay at all. Then on the side of tax administrators, which is the bodies like FRS, state internal revenue services and government, we have to encourage taxpayers by making a conducive environment. How is it going to be conducive? Things must not be made difficult. A taxpayer wants to pay, and this has been done well by most of the states, internal revenue boards and services, and also FRS. There is now self-assessment. You can even have a situation where you assess yourself, declare what you say you have, and then pay adequately. So we should encourage more of this for people to be able to be free to come out and say, I declare this, because they have confidence in the system. Once the confidence is built, then people will declare. Nigerians are not bad people.
People will declare. How about the tax to GDP ratio? In Nigeria, we have about 6%, our tax to GDP ratio. What do you think can be done to get that sorted? Because if you take a look at it, is it about paying more? The people that are paying taxes, the FIRS said just a few days ago that about 41 million Nigerians pay taxes. So is it about getting more millions of Nigerians to pay taxes, or is it about the 41 million people paying taxes should pay higher taxes? I know there's a 7.5 VAT, which was increased from 5%. So is it about really deepening the net, or the people that are existing taxpayers, should they pay more taxes? Or perhaps the environment should also be
the tax
better.
Rate, like I said, even the government is saying in the upcoming years, it should not be raised. Tax rate to GDP should not be 15%. So, and in trying to achieve this, is a two-way thing. The taxpayers must also ready to pay and pay accurately, and also the tax administrators must widen the net. Even the 41 million Nigerians that the FRS has declared are paying taxes, are they actually paying correct taxes? That's another question. So if we don't pay correct taxes, of course, achieving this 15% tax rate to GDP will be difficult in the upcoming years. But what we are saying here is that as many of the millions that are paying now, let them pay correct taxes, let's encourage them. And also the environment for which they do business, there has to be ease of doing business. There has to be more security. There has to be, you need to make environment very safe and conducive for people to do business and pay. So these ones, we encourage the taxpayers for them to do more business and pay. And if they see what taxes are used for, and they can see it physically, there will be compliance without force.
Okay, I think we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining us. I've been speaking to Ogbeide Benjamin, who is a former chairman, Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, that is CIT.